Good afternoon, madam. I'm Hoshiyao, and I'm the project manager of Group 36. And are my group members. So the problems that we have found in the flood disaster happening in Malaysia is that the rescue team are not able to rescue the victims on time, resulting in causing many casualties. Like some of the people are lost and not found, or even deaf. So the reasons to that is that the rescue team have limited resources. Like they have only two boats for the rescue operation, and they have limited manpower, which is caused by the limited boat because one boat I think will carry almost like 5 people. So with only two boats, they will have limited limit they can only explore like a certain amount of areas within some time, so that it might cause some of the casualties. And also the next problem is that the victims are trapped in some area that is unnoticeable by the rescue team. So I will pass on to my fellow members to explain the solution to you. Thank you.
Good morning, ma'am. I'm Ifu, and I'm gonna explain the solution for our group projects. Okay, so first we will develop a mobile application to help the rescue team to receive the report and the track of the location of the victims. Okay, so before that, all the normal users are required to register their account through a phone number, and after that, this application will collect the data from the water level sensor set up by the government and alert the user living in the area so that allow the victims this application also allow the victims to pinpoint their locations so that the rescue team are able to track and more easier to find out where they are okay, and other than that, this application also receive the report from the user who have witnessed the flow and information about the flow, like where's the flow going or any useful information so that they can report inside this application. And this application also got drones to can help the drones to scout the sorter's route and mark the location of the spotted victims so that can help the rescue team to have a better location of the victims. And lastly, the reported location will be marked and appear on the map so that the rescue team can check, oh, this location got victims and we need to go there and more easier for them lah. Okay, so that's all for the solution. Thank you.
Hi Miss, good evening. My name is Liu Guangjie. So I'm gonna to present project resource for our group assignment. Since our group was developing an application to help the flood victims, so after the group meeting, we conclude that 6 workers will be hired for develop this app. So you can see that on this table, which have the 6 workers' name and their budget. So their budget is different, is based on the work types was assigned for them. So you can see that the budget for Hoshiyao is 3,040 ringgit, for Chai Jun Heng is 2,420, and for Chiang Yifu is 2,360 ringgit, and so on. So overall, the total for the 6 workers is 16,080 ringgit. And then the next one is the procurement for a project. We have also purchased some items that may be useful in rescue and to finding the flood victims. So the first item we has purchased is DJI A2S drones. We purchased this drone is because it having 1-inch CMOS sensor and has been upgraded to autonomous function like master shots and increase the tracking and safety features. And the second item we have purchased is the professional drone operator course, because it can understand the safety laws, rules and regulation for UAS operation in Malaysia. And then the next one is to perform UAS operation in a structured, efficiency and safe manners, as well as develop a maintenance and equipment handling standard operation procedure, also known as SOP. And then the third one is recognize the risk assessment, preventative and emergency measures required for UAS operations. And the last one is to develop an enterprise drone program with understanding of drone data, operation, and application. And then the third item we have purchased is area mapping and surveying. It's a method of collecting geomatics or other imagery by using drones. And the last item we have purchased is precise area mapping advanced course, which is DJI Phantom 4RTK technical and operations training, advanced photogrammetry software post-processing, and the last one is camp reporting and data accuracy verification. So as here you can see that we have purchased 2 air drones, 1 professional drone operator course, and 1 mapping and surveying area. And the last one is precise area mapping advanced cost. We also purchased 1 quantity. So you can see there's overall 4 total cost for this outsourced item is 19,948 ringgit. So overall, the total development cost of this project consists of 2 parts, which is RM 16,080 ringgit for hired workers and also RM 19,947 ringgit for procurement. It is equal to the total cost is RM 36,028 ringgit. Okay, so that's all for our group project resource. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Chai Ching Heng, so I will be presenting the risk and issue management plan. So there are various types of risks when carry out this project. So the first one we have is communication, and this risk is usually happen in any kind of project. So sometimes will occur when the key member leave the team due to some reason, such as there are disagreement of opinion, or even they are getting better quotes for outside cooperation. And we can solve it by create a communication plan to discuss the project with the project manager. So also, as a project manager, we need to minimize the impact by replan the work assignment. And last but not least, the project manager need to improve the team status to avoid any unnecessary conflict happen among the group members. So the second one is scope, which is the project scope has a crypted, and it can caused by a miscommunication in the group in which they might not have a clear scope statement, or a big sudden change come from the client. And we can solve it by having a proper meeting to settle the change and problem, and also assess scope change request and priority with the project manager. So then we can solve the critical parts first after we have clear information on the scope. So moving on to the last one, in terms of budget, the risk of budget can be like the budget overrun in the project. And it is because of the drone maintenance fee and inaccuracy budget estimation. Therefore, we can solve it by conduct more training on the drone operation to avoid any accident on the drone. Also, the project manager have to estimate the budget correctly about the resource by the project manager can reduce or suspend the overhead or some high cost resource. And that's all for me. Thank you.
Hi guys, my name is Enkoham. So I'm going to be continuing on the risk and issue management plan. So the next one is the requirement. So what about the requirement is the unclear requirement. So why does this happen? Why does this happen is that the misconstructed requirements and lack of clarification because of poor communication with the stakeholder. And how do we solve this is that we identify the requirement and introduce it to every member again. We run through every step again. And then we understand the clarification from the stakeholders. Means that we have a discussion with the stakeholders about the clarification again. And the next one is time. And what about the time is that the time overrun. So why does this happen is that the task was poorly estimated and unplanned resource absence. So how do we solve this is that we identify and verify the time taken for each task. Request if it's too long after we identify and verify, we request for extended period of the project timeline. And also we replan the timelines for all projects and focus on the critical path. And the next one is the technology. So what about the technology is that the drone machine breakdown. So why does this happen is that the operator lack of skills to take control of the drone, and also the drone quality was poorly made. And how do we solve this is that we have more training sessions with the operators to improve their skills to have control over the drone, and also upgrade the drone to a better quality. And if we can recruit better drone operators, experts. And also before we buy new drone, we research for a better drone quality, means that better quality than ours, and then we'll buy the drones. Yeah, that is all for the risk and management plan.
Hello, I'm Mingwei. I will be doing a conclusion for our presentation, and I will briefly talk about the impact of our project on some aspects. First of all, how will this project impact our victims? So if this project were to execute, I believe that it will save more victims because of the higher efficiency of the rescue. Like for example, the drones enable us to have the visual on the flood areas so that we can locate the victims more precisely. And another is the application. The victims can use the application to send a SOS signal to us for us to locate them more precisely. So next is, how will this project impact the society? I believe this project is a good thing, a very positive thing to do, and it is worthy to spread around the community and the society. It will increase the awareness to the people about the flood disaster. It can let them know that there are many people that need help, like the victims and even the rescue team, because we need like funds and manpower. So, and I believe that there are many people that are willing to provide help. And another thing is that we can contribute to the society, of course. Okay, lastly, how will this project impact us, the project team? So first and foremost, we can learn about project management skills like communicating with our project team members. We can learn to design tasks or activities. We can learn what is necessary with the project. Right. So overall, I think this project has many flaws and there are still rooms for improvement. But I think this is a good start for us because we are still learning. And lastly, like I say, this project is a very positive thing to do because it impacts many people in a very good way, like the victims or the society. So that's all from us. Thank you.